Everyone, thank you so much for watching DSP versus the Internet this week. This is episode 21 for July 9th, 2023. I hope you're enjoying the show. Now, this is part 5. In this part, I'm going to take a little bit of time away from watching videos to answer questions from super members of this channel, people who are a higher level supporter and who have asked some questions they would like to be answered in a lightning round style here on the show today. Let's do that, and then we will continue into more videos from members who supported or submitted them, okay? All right. First of all, do you remember the Everest College commercial guy? No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Back in the day, I used to see commercials of all sorts on television, some of which were like long infomercials, some of which were just kind of more low-budget commercials for colleges and things like that. I remember ITT, Technical Institute, on TV all the time, constantly. But outside of that, no, I don't really remember anything specific. I've never heard of Everest College, so sadly, I can't really answer this question effectively. Which Uncharted game do you think is the best storyline? I would have to go back and replay them all to remember. I distinctly remember liking 2 more than 1, but I don't remember 3 that well. I remember 3 is the one where it's the prequel story with Drake or Nathan Drake as a kid, but I don't remember it that well. 4 I thought had a good story, but I would really have to go back. It's been a while. I'd have to go back and replay. Off the top of my head, I'll say 2, but I'll say I'd have to go back and replay them to accurately answer the question. If someone wanted to catch up on all your gaming content, how long do you think it would take? I've been putting out daily gameplay videos. Starting off, originally, it was maybe 2 to 3 hours a day, and then increased, you know, when I was doing YouTube full-time but no streaming, sometimes it was upwards of 10 hours a day. Today, I now upload an hour-and-a-half long podcast, 3 hours of gameplay on my first stream, and 2 hours of gameplay on my late stream. So arguably every day, I'm doing between 6 to 7 hours of content a day today. And it's 6 days a week. So, I mean, you can do the math, but 15 years times that formula, right? Now, there have been times when I took time away, but back in the day, usually it was if I was traveling to go to a convention or a tournament, and by the way, I would record when I was there, so there was more footage. So, it's really hard to put your finger on it. But I would say, let's say we were going by today's standards. Let's argue 5 hours of gameplay a day, all right? Let's say I take 1 day off a week. 52 days off in a year, right? So let's just even guesstimate even further. Let's say 300 days a year, 5 hours a day, 1,500 hours of gameplay in a year that you would have to watch to catch up. How many days is that? Let's find out. $1,500 divided by 24. You would have to spend over 2 months of non-stop watching my content to watch a year's worth now. 2 months of not stopping to watch my content. I'm pretty sure watching someone for 2 months non-stop, you'd get bored. So the thing that I've always said with the amount of content that I put out, not everyone's going to watch every piece of content. It's okay if you skip or miss content, and don't watch my content as if it's an ongoing television show. It's not. You can miss a playthrough, you can miss a podcast, you can miss a React event, and then jump in at any point. That's the beauty of YouTube being on demand. Back in the day, I used to get constant complaints. You're putting out too much content. And I was like, then don't watch it all. Just watch what you want. As long as there's enough people watching at once, it doesn't matter who watches what. You don't have to watch everything. It's not like because you skipped this week's React show that if you watch next week's, you won't make sense of it. This is not an ongoing narrative. Same thing with a game. Just because you missed me playing Diablo 4 doesn't mean that if you watch me playing Starfield coming up in September, oh, I don't get it. Because I didn't see his Diablo 4 playthrough. What? They're not related. You see? That's the cool thing about the content I put out and being a variety creator. So enjoy at your own pace. You're talking 2 months a year to catch up on my whole year's content. I mean, that's pretty insane when you think about it. Did I have a favorite cafeteria food in high school? I did not eat cafeteria food in high school. My mom would make me a bag lunch. Or, when I was older, I would make my own bag lunch. I never ate cafeteria food. Seriously. Not once. Would you rather know how you die or when you die? When you die. Knowing how you die is kind of worthless. Unless it's something ridiculous. Like, let's say, for example, how you die is you fell off the top of Mount Everest. Okay? Well, if I know that, then I know when I'm ready to die, I'll go to Mount Everest. But outside of that, when would I ever find myself at Mount Everest? Right? Never. Unless I actively chose to go there. So therefore, I can avoid my death if I don't go to Mount Everest. Correct? But if your way that you're going to die is more mundane, which is way more common, right? You died of cancer. You died of a heart attack. You died of a mundane car accident that just happened one day out of nowhere. If you know, how would that help me? If so, you died in a car accident. Shit. So now the only way to avoid death is to never be in a car for the rest of my life. That's going to severely limit my life. So obviously that's worthless to me, right? But if you say, when you die, if you know you're going to die on October 7th, 2057, now you know the time frame you have to do everything you want to do with your life until that time. You know exactly the limitations you have. You can see it. Jay, I have these goals I can set now for my life that I want to do between now and the day I die. And I can even judge, you know, if I'm hitting those goals in a good amount of time or whatever it may be, right? And how amazing would it be if you know that's the day you die? You can even plan your own end of your life. You can have a party around it. Have your loved ones and family members that show up. This is it, guys. I'm saying goodbye. It's the big shove off. And you could have, that would be way more interesting and better than just knowing the method that you die. Knowing the date, when, is way more important, I would say. So definitely when, not how. What do you think of the 6-man Money in the Bank ladder match featuring all of the Battle Royal Sim winners to determine the 2022-2023 undisputed fantasy sim champion of DSP's world? That's a mouthful. I think what they're saying is, if you guys aren't aware, over the course of the last year, whenever I did a lengthy marathon style event that involved like some kind of gameplay or something, what I would do is I would implement a fantasy battle royal. And there's been one winner for each battle royal over the last year. So I guess what this person is saying is, what would you do? Why don't you do a 6-man ladder match, right, between those Royal Rumble winners to determine the ultimate winner of the simming world? Well, you know, we haven't really talked about doing a WWE sim match in quite some time. Maybe we should do one for my anniversary event coming up. As you know, we have an anniversary event coming up where I'm going to be celebrating my 15-year anniversary as a content creator. Maybe that's something special we can do for one of those days, is we have that as like we take a look at all those winners from the last year and pit them against each other in a match to see who wins. Thing is, with a ladder match, it could last 5 seconds. I'm serious. Like, a ladder match is so random in the WWE games that there's no guaranteed time frame it'll last. It may be like a 5-minute match where they beat each other up, someone climbs right up and wins. So it could be very underwhelming. At the flip side of that, it could take a long time. The Battle Royales that I do are guaranteed to take a long time because they have so many entrants and everything. So that's why those are usually better for streaming purposes, you see? But I don't know. I'll think about it. It's an interesting idea, and I'll definitely think about it, okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue now with our videos from standard members. Let's see what's next. Here we go.
What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. So this week I decided to make top 100 things not to say to a cop. And for those of you who always ask me where do I get all these paintings from, the cops in this video are actually the ones who make these paintings. They're called the Homeless Heroes. One's an artist, one's a rapper, and they have some really great clean videos on their channel. So definitely subscribe to them and me if you want to get notified every time I make a new video. Also, make sure to leave a comment about which number you think is the worst thing to say to a cop. And don't forget, press the like button. New videos every Sunday. No, who got more swag?
I like jump cuts in videos, but I definitely feel like there's too many jump cuts in this video. They're way too fast. It's hard to even digest what he's saying because he's going right from one sentence into the next with no delay. There should be, he did it too quickly. This is an over 10-year-old video. Maybe he got better over time at this, but I do feel like, yeah, this probably was not the best cutting system, okay? Let's see, top 100, and it's only a 5-minute video. The whole video is going to be blah, 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 blah. Let's just give it a shot. Let's see what it is. Here we go.
Throw me the alley. Top 100 things not to say to a cop.
I can't hear you.
What the heck do you want?
You want a beer? I got a couple in the back.
I drank some.
You're not gonna find anything. I already hid the body.
These are not the droids you were looking for. I mean, you're black. Come on, man. Cut me some slack. You're with them now? You do not want to give me a ticket.
I am not here.
I had some complaints about the noise.
I have some complaints about your breath. My God.
I was not speeding.
Do you brush your teeth?
You need to start flossing. Move along.
Look, man, I didn't know I was speeding. My eyes were shut.
I thought I smelled donuts.
I just want to say shout out to ZX0, who just dropped a member bomb on the channel. First time we've had a member bomb on DSPReacts in a very long time. That is very much appreciated because it supports my React content in a big way. Thank you so much for that. I will shout those out later, but we're going to continue on with the video now. Okay.
Do you take bribes? Cállate la boca. You're not gonna check the trunk, are you? What are you doing? Dunkin' Donuts is having a sale right now. Buy one, get one. I was just on my way to your sister's house. Oh, that's all you got? Yeah, I thought about becoming a cop. Then I graduated from high school. Just come back in like 15 minutes. I'm on the phone. Thank you. What seems to be the officer problem? I'm high. You know I could kill you if I wanted to. This isn't even my car, okay? Like, I stole it. So you're just gonna give me a ticket? You're not gonna take the drugs in the back seat? She told me she was 18. Can you hurry this up, please? I gotta get back to your wife. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna do it rough, huh? I guess it runs in the family. If I were you, I'd let me go. I swear to John, I'm not God.
All right, I want you to stand on one leg for 10 seconds.
What you really want is a donut. I thought you had to be in good shape to be a police officer. What the heck? Are you serious? I'm not gonna lie, if you don't let me go right now, I'm just gonna take a dump in my pants. I swear to high.
What's funny is probably quite a lot of people have said these things, right? I would almost guarantee you that quite a lot of people have said these things over the years to a cop. In fact, if you just watch some of those videos, right, the whatchamacallit, the videos, the cop shows, you'll probably see people saying dumb shit like this constantly to them. By the way, ZXO or CX0 just gifted another 10 memberships to the channel. So again, I will shout these out when I get the chance, if I can, because I don't know, because sometimes they don't save properly in my queue. But I usually do shout outs between the parts. But thank you so much, ZX0, for the gifted memberships. I'm sure people will really appreciate those. Okay. All right, that was okay. It's not great. Let's go to the next. Now this looks good. Seasoned eggs. LGR food. Is this that guy? This is the guy who we saw make a sandwich before, right? It is. This is the guy who we saw make a sandwich. So he's gonna make breakfast. Look at this.
Bacon.
Thick cut bacon. On a non-stick Teflon pan.
Just doing it on a stovetop over medium heat. I really like doing it in the oven, actually, for larger amounts, more consistently.
I've never baked bacon in the oven. I wonder how it comes out. I've never tried it. Maybe I should try it someday. I don't ever barely eat bacon at home. Maybe I should try it. The frying is a little messy because the grease goes everywhere.
But I want it in a pan today, because I want that grease.
Look at that. Time lapse. If there's time lapse, that means that he's basically filming at a very high frame rate. He's going to do that. Interesting.
Bacon.
Pretty decent quality bacon, although there's a lot of fat on it.
Yeah. Alright, gonna lower the heat a little bit, get that grease going there. And get some of
So
these
he wants to make the eggs in the bacon
heirloom
grease. That's
blue
interesting. That'll add
eggs.
flavor.
So blue.
I mean, that's good. That means he doesn't have to add spray or anything. He can just use the bacon grease to cook everything else. He doesn't need any kind of butter or cooking spray. It's interesting. Fry the egg in the bacon grease.
Pink Himalayan sea salt. And a little bit of onion powder. Some cracked peppercorn.
That's delicious. He's using good, good
bit
seasoning.
Of basil.
Basil? Yeah, basil could go with egg. I can see that. And he's wisely using plastic with the non-stick so he doesn't damage his non-stick pan.
And just cover that for a bit. Let it do its thing.
You don't have to cover it, but by covering it, you prevent splatter of grease all over your kitchen. So that was actually pretty smart there. This guy knows his stuff. He's not bad. What he's doing here is pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good, man. Those yolks are going to be intact,
pretty good
but
to
they're
me.
probably going to be runny when he cooks them.
Bacon. Eggs.
What else is he going to make with that?
And
Some fruit?
some berries. A few each of strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries. Oh, yeah.
You need some, dude. You need starch in there.
Breakfast. Gotta get some coffee.
Coffee. No, you need starch. You need like some toast or like a biscuit or an English muffin or something with that.
Going. And for that, I've got this fresh bag from South Slope Coffee here in Asheville, North Carolina.
Garbage Gamer says he covered it so the steam poaches the yolks and you get over easy eggs without flipping. Oh, that's interesting. So that's a cooking technique to get a runny yolk without flipping it. Oh, and that's okay. Sweet. I didn't even know that. I didn't learn something.
or other blend, and it's absolutely wonderful. Has like this rich.
He has a grinder.
dark
He actually has a
chocolatey
grinder,
kind of
coffee grinder. I don't have that. I just
smell
got a
to
quick
it. I don't know
cake
how to
maker.
describe that.
I don't need to see him grind his coffee. Like he's just fancy. Yes, you bought the maker to do it. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. Please tell me he put starch with it. He needs starch. Where's the starch? This is not a complete breakfast.
I don't always make a breakfast like this, but when I do...
This is not a complete breakfast. It's a good breakfast, but it's not a complete breakfast. He needs toast or some kind of, like I said, like something on the side. A little crumpet, a little, a little biscuit, a little English muffin, something. A scone. How about a scone? Where is the starch? A starchless breakfast is not a delicious gourmet breakfast. So it's a good breakfast, but sadly I have to rate this only 4 stars out of 5. You need to have starch in your breakfast for it to be good. I'm sorry about that. Let's continue. Now, wait a minute. This is straight from Crunchyroll. I can't watch this. This is 1,000,000% going to get claimed. I can't watch it. I mean, that's a 100% a clip that's going to have problems, okay? You even said Crunchyroll on it, for God's sakes. Okay. How much time do we have? Okay, we have about time for one more. Well, I don't know what clip this is. Let's see this. Picking up a hitchhiker on a test drive.
Team Tahoe and see if
you want to buy this?
I'm, really considering it. Just gotta take it on a little drive.
All right. It's an 18, you know.
Yeah.
Buddy,
it's comfortable. Oh man, this poor guy.
So they're pranking him.
Can't imagine being friends with someone like this.
They're pranking him.
Anything helps.
I'm sorry, I don't have any money. If you need a ride, you can hop in.
No, man.
He's pranking the guy.
I'm gonna make sure it's. There you go.
He's on a test drive, dude.
Yeah. You just going up the road here?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Sure. Dang, is this thing brand new?
What's that?
Yeah. Can you turn the air conditioner up, sir? Thank you.
Where are you headed?
I was wanting to go to the library. It's hot day to be working in the sun.
Where are you working?
Right here on the corner.
Okay. I thought maybe we're doing some construction or something.
Do you have any spare change, sir?
I got nothing, buddy. You also credit cards.
Credit card?
If I had something, I'd give it to you.
I'll take a credit card.
Not take a credit card. What? I'm not gonna give you my credit card.
Are you out of your mind?
No, sir. Sorry.
We're picking you up. Taking you down the road. It's nice.
Yes, sir. I know. I'm sorry.
Even a simple man can look intelligent in a room of geniuses without speaking.
You hear that? Yeah, it's so weird being in this car as opposed to mine. I'm so used to taking this road every day with my car.
You married?
Do you have a cell phone I could borrow, sir? Can I use a phone?
What are you calling, man?
No. What? You say no. Can't. Sorry.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
You can just drop me off wherever.
Let me get my phone back first.
Okay, wait, can I finish with this call?
What do you want to say to her? I'll text her after we get out.
You go to church?
Yeah, I do. Whenever they have barbecues and stuff.
Yeah, just hop out here.
Hey, buddy, it's an individual relationship with the Lord.
Yes, sir.
Anytime, any place, anywhere.
Have a good day, y'all. Oh, did you have any spare change?
None.
None? Okay.
I'll text his girlfriend. Message sent using a valid number. Okay, so he's gonna try and grab my phone, dude.
Was it?
Yeah, invalid number. Before he was gonna take my phone, dude.
He was.
No, he was.
He looked like the kind of guy that would, to be honest.
Yeah, I was watching. Trust me, I was watching him.
What's going on
You
here?
know this guy? Was I just being taped? That guy was.
He's my buddy.
Yeah. I handled it well, though.
Dude, you handled it so well.
Thank you.
You were
What's your name?
Ross.
At least he didn't freak out or do anything embarrassing. But then again, what if he did? That's kind of messed up, right? Like they were setting him up to do something crazy. What if the guy did jump out of the car with his phone, right? All right, anyway. That was only 2 days ago. Oh, no, you know what this is? This is it.
Quan Chi.
This is, look at my skeletons, bitch. However, I'm not watching it. Do you want to know why I'm not watching it? Because they didn't link to my video. You linked to a fucking hater video. If you link to my video, the original video that has the content, I'll watch it. No, I'm not going to watch someone who got 220,000 views off of it link to my content. I have this video live on my channel right now. So if you want to have me watch my content, have me watch my fucking content, not give attention to a troll. So fuck off. Oh God, Ray William Johnson. Before he retired, huh? before he retired. All right, we'll watch this, and this will be where we end this video, and we have one more part coming. All right.
Hey guys, this video is gonna make you a little sick to your stomach, but stick with me here. So there's a new reality TV series on the Oxygen channel, and they just released a trailer for it. It's called Preachers of LA.
So if I'm correct, this show is just react content, right? It's what it is. Like, he's reacting to content. So this is react before things were called react. It was his version of reacting. So in a way, Ray William Johnson was kind of one of the innovators of doing this kind of content on YouTube ages ago.
The Bible says that I wish above all things that you would prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. I believe that.
P. Diddy, Jay-Z, they're not the only ones who should be driving Ferraris and living in large houses.
The Bible says that those who sow among us should reap from us. That's implying that the preacher's to be taken care of.
Wow. Jesus called. He wants his religion back. These guys are preachers?
So these guys are preachers living lavish, insanely rich lives based off of, you know, their following, their religious followers.
And they're living in houses like that and driving around in Ferraris and Bentleys? Man, I'm in the wrong business. I need to start a religion. I'll start a religion. It's called the Church of Retardation, and you'll all be the retards. Look, I've said this many times in my podcast. I'm not a religious guy at all, although I'm not anti-religion. I think religion makes a lot of people very happy, and that fact, in turn, makes me happy. That being said, it's hard not to take issue with a preacher driving around in a Ferrari, probably because he works in a donation-based industry, so it appears that the money people are donating to the church is going to pay for his nice new car. Even if that's not the truth, it looks that way.
Nah, you see, here's why this is very tricky, all right? The people who are giving to this church, all right, in their minds, they feel like they're getting their money's worth. Like, they feel like they're getting something out of it. If they truly believe in this religion that they're following, they're getting a sense of self-worth. They're getting a sense of belonging. In a lot of the cases, they feel like they're getting spiritual guidance in their lives. And you might watch one of these preachers, and oh my God, I'm healing and shit. And the people actually sometimes believe they're being healed. Now, they're not. That is lying. That's charlatanism. But at the same time, some of these people have come out and said things like, if I didn't have this in my life, I wouldn't feel as good as I do. So in a way, it's kind of like they're paying to support what they're getting something out of, even if it's fake, even if the religion is complete bullshit and it's nonsense and the person running it doesn't even believe it. If someone says to them, well, I'm getting something out of what you're doing, it's positive influence in my life, right? Is that wrong? And there's going to be different schools of thought on this, all right? A lot of people say that absolutely anyone who accepts donations of any type whatsoever is wrong. Like, people criticize me and other people who accept donations for our content, right? So here's the thing. If you come to my channel every day and you watch my streams and you watch my videos and you enjoy the content and you say, I would like this content to continue, I'm going to support you with a donation today. I'm going to send you a tip. I'm going to drop a member bomb on your channel or whatever that may be, correct? Well, other people may not like the content that I put out and say, well, why would that person do it? Well, it's not your right to really criticize that, because if that person likes the content, they have a right to support it, right? It's up to them to judge whether or not that's meaningful content to them, right? I would say where things go wrong is when someone is outright lying about the service they are providing, okay? So, for example, if this guy right here, who I don't know who the hell this guy is, if he says to his following, listen, if you come to church and you pray with me and you support this church with donations, you're going to heaven. If he said that, that's 1,000,000% wrong. He is lying to his audience to elicit a response of support, okay? But if someone is just saying, listen, I like going to church with this guy. What he says to me, he says inspirational things that make me feel better in my life, right? And if that's what people are getting out of it, and they choose to willingly support it, I feel like that's not necessarily something to be hated on. I mean, yes, again, if this guy literally doesn't believe the religion he's preaching, he made it up just to make money, then yeah, there's a problem there. But if this is something like, listen, I have a how can I say? I have a mantra that I follow in life. Maybe not necessarily religion, but you know how these motivational speakers go around and they give motivation with the things that they're saying and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And people are like, well, I want to support their cause. I'm going to go to their shows. I'm going to pay to see them. I'm going to buy their merch. I'm going to buy their books. I'm going to buy their motivational videos. And I want to, you know, that, is there anything wrong with that? You might very well believe that the motivational speaker is full of shit and nothing they say has any validity. But if someone else got something out of it and they want to support that person, that's their right to make that judgment. You know, these people should be mature enough adults to judge for themselves, should they not? But yeah, when you get to the, I guess really where the slippery slope happens, right? When it comes to people who willingly know that they are misleading people or they are actually making statements that are false to get ahead in life and abuse people who are maybe impressionable people, correct? Like, okay, you want to make an association here? Let's do it. If you're someone who's a content creator who puts out gameplay videos, podcasts, entertaining content, people like the entertainment, and they say, I want to crowdfund you. I'll send you a super chat today. I'll become a subscriber to your channel. I'll do a tip, all right? I don't think anyone's going to say there's anything wrong with that, right? But now what about the people who do sexualized content? A girl who jumps in a hot tub in a skimpy bikini and people throw her money. Why are they throwing her the money, right? Is it because they like the content they're watching? Yeah, I guess. But is it because they believe that and somehow in the back of their minds they have this demented feeling that because they're supporting this chick who is probably abusing their belief system, that they think, oh, maybe if I throw some money they'll notice me and they'll actually give me a love and attention. Maybe I could be in a relationship with a person. All right, can I be honest with you guys? All right, I have a story to tell you, a quick story. When I first started as a content creator on the internet, all right, I had a few people who actually were like that with me. They were kind of obsessed. And at first it's a little interesting to see, wow, these people really are like, they like me that much, right? But then it gets to the point where these people kind of go extreme. And there was one particular person who had this crazy belief that I was going to romantically be involved with them, all right? Now, did I string this person along? Did I tell them, oh yeah, you know? No. Once I found that out, I had a real conversation with this fan, and I said, that will never happen. I love the fact that we watch my videos, that you might go to like a convention or whatever it may be, but understand something. That is a fantasy in your head that is never going to happen. And if it means that that crushes your belief system in me, that you don't want to be involved with me ever again, right? Then so be it. That's okay. I would rather tell you the truth to your face than have someone lead you on forever, and now you're supporting me, you're sending me donations, you're doing all this stuff with an expectation that will never happen. You understand? So when I know that stuff's happening, I'll call it out. And I've said to you guys how many times over the years, don't expect anything more than us having a casual social relationship on a stream or in a video, or you know what I mean? That's where it's going to end. I have a wife, I have a family. That's where that personal time's going to go. All right? These guys, these preachers, well, to what extent are they telling their following, well, if you support me, you're getting into heaven, you're doing it. They're propagating this belief system that the more that you buy in and the more you support, you're actually going to promise yourself eternal rewards, right? That's wrong. So if any of these guys are doing that, that I feel is wrong. But if people just see them as like an emotional leader, if people see them as an inspiration, someone who's like a movement of, like I said, like a motivational speaker, that's a little different, I feel. You can get something out of someone being motivational, right? But that's okay, as long as you don't take it to the next level. If these guys are presenting themselves in a way where, listen, I'm something to you, I'm a father to you, I'm an idol to you, I'm a god to you, you know what I mean? That's wrong. And that should absolutely be criticized and, in my opinion, shut down. That shouldn't be allowed. There's too many impressionable people out there. How many people watch these female streamers take their clothes off on a stream and throw the money with this insane belief system that because I'm giving them a tip on a stream or I unloaded my bank account, you know, now I'm going to have a relationship with this person in the future. It's wild, right? That's just crazy. And there's a whole industry based on that. That's wrong, in my opinion. So it's funny because people will criticize someone like me and say, well, you accept donations like this guy. Yeah, but am I promising you guys insanely unrealistic things in response to your contributions? No, you know what it does. When you contribute to my content, you're going to get content every day. You know what kind of content. I listen to feedback for improving my content. Hell, this whole React channel I'm doing right now is based on your feedback. That's why I do it, right? But I'm not telling you things you're not going to, I'm not over-promising and under-delivering. I temper expectations. So that way you guys know what you're getting into. And if you contribute, hopefully you're not disappointed because you contributed, didn't get what you wanted out of it, right? These guys, I don't know. I think these guys, let's go to the absolute extreme. Let's live it on the high end of life, right? Telling people whatever they want to hear so that we can get ahead in life. And then, by the way, if you have a problem with that later, oh well, we're rich, we're protected. We're in a fucking Fort Knox with private security. You know, I live up in the fucking Hampton Hills and you can't get to me anyway. I'll drive away in my Bentley, right? Anyway. All right, well, guys, we got one part left. I hope that you will join me for the final part of DSP versus the internet. Thank you for watching so far, and the conclusion is right around the corner.